What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today we've got a lot of things to do and a lot of very cool things to do. First of all, let's take a look at Alita. Alita, the new dark hero, designed by community member. Pretty cool hero. I'm very much so looking forward to the Transcendence version. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Historically, if we look back and look at the last heroes, all dark Transcendence heroes have been insane, so, well, there was no exception yet, and I think she's going to be insane too, so that is definitely going to be quite great. If there's an S-tier copy in the auction house, I'm definitely going to pick that up. But beyond that, we have the Quantum Era event, and I have something pretty cool. Towards the end of this video, I'm actually going to make an S-tier from Soul Perfection, so if you want to know who that's going to be, well, stay tuned. And right now, our main goal in this video is to max the Quantum Era event. I've already bought all of the VIP stuff that we need. We have a few things that we need to do, some pretty fast things. The Mysterious Vortex would be the first one. That is the first part of the event. You get a few pure fragments which you need to max the event, and you get a Mysterious Artifact Selection chest. Not very much so insane. The main question here, and the main thing that you have to decide on when you do this, is do you go for diamonds, which will give you those rewards, or do you go for starry gems or contract starry gems, which will give you those bottom rewards here. This is just a core chest with a single shot. It's pretty useless to me, to be honest. But of course we have some materials here for Destiny Transition, and as I do indeed have a ton of starry gems, I think we're just going to go for that. So you have to do 50 times 30 is 1500, so I prepared exactly enough contract starry. We're just going to throw that in. Do we have to do that one by one? My god, but we're starting off pretty great with some Aurora gem shards. Is there no way to do this more quickly? My god, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Every time we have to watch that animation. That is insane. That is indeed insane. Well, let's do 5 more, and I'm just going to skip to the end because I can't torture you with that. That's very nice. That is very, very nice. Yeah, maybe we can do that in some other way. I'm not quite sure. We have 35k here. I think I'm just going to skip it. That's just madness. I don't know. Like, you have to watch that now 45 times. Well, you guys don't. I have to. I have to watch that 45 times. So yeah, that is a bit insane. That is a bit insane in my opinion. So yeah, let's skip that. I'm going to tell you guys how often I got orange and blue mats. Okay, and we're done. That took about 5 minutes. We got orange materials 6 times. We got blue materials 2 times, and we got 6 core boxes. So overall, not really a whole lot, I have to say. I mean, 1,500 starry gems, was it worth it? Most of the time we got stellar when we didn't get our 3 main goals. I didn't want the core, but our 2 main goals. We got quite a lot of stellar actually, so in that regard, I think it was decent. But in terms of the Destiny materials, I mean, not really. Not really. It's like 3 levels for something and not even 1 entire blue crystal, so I mean, like, okay, everything for a bit of an advantage. So let's continue. We have some VIP rewards here that we are going to take. Those are just some boxes with treasures, which is quite nice. I mean, we need those. Sadly, no red ones, because I would have needed some red ones, but we take a pink one, of course, every single day. I planned this ahead, but I'm no longer sure of my planning, so we're going to keep this one open. And what we have to do now is we basically have to get the data shards. I think they are called data shards, are they called? They're pure fragments. And pure fragments are awarded for different things. Summon prizes event, we have Mysterious Vortex, which was what we just did, and the Pulse Relay, which we bought. We got the VIP XP, the Pulse Relay, and the Mysterious Vortex, and the only thing missing is the Summon prizes, which is this event. You can see 7.5 hours there. And yeah, we have to do 4 completions for it. Isn't too bad. We get some soul symbols in there, of course. And of course Alita, which is pretty cool. May even swap some more heroes for Alita, because we have the option here right now. We have 405 crystals, so it's pretty easy way to get some copies. Right now, 7,700 scrolls, by the way, which I think is quite insane. Somehow, on some of those Materials, we really got a lot more. Scrolls, I kind of have a ton right now. I have a ton of diamonds, and I used to not have enough, not diamonds, gems. My god, I play too much AFK Journey. Ooh, HHA. Oh, Ilamak, but HHA as well. Quite nice, quite good. And I noticed we had so much of this, and I tried to use it a bit more. I tried to buy more stuff from Espen Dungeon with the gems, and I even thought about doing a little gamble. I wanted to do like 2,000 scrolls outside of an event, and just try to go for the avatar. And out of sheer curiosity, I ended up doing like 2 100 summons, and I got a 5-star with each one, which was a bit horrible. I'd still kind of want to do it. I mean, in the event, the chance for a 5-star in here is doubled. So as you can see, we get like 3 in 100, and pretty much impossible, or at least very, very unlikely for us to get 300 summons without a 5-star in there. But I still kind of want to do it. I mean, we have so many heroic summons. Might be an interesting video. Ooh, Alita. Those summons are really good though. We have like Xia, we have Alita, we have TVB, and I mean like a lot of other 5-stars. I saw an MFF there at the beginning. Yeah, Freya, there she is. Quite nice actually. Hero list is full, let me solve that. I mean, the advantage with this is, of course, as a video opposed to stream, you don't really have to watch me do all of the things. So we can kind of condense it a little bit. But yeah, I want to go back to the live streams eventually, once we have the opportunity to do so. It's not exactly possible right at the start when you make a channel, so will still take a bit, I reckon, when you see this video. But maybe we've already done it. I don't know when I will release this video. You will know before me. Our summons are really good. It feels like triple summoning rates. I don't know, it's quite insane. We got those clean punch resources there all the time. The event was a bit weird. It's like a minigame event. I kind of like those, pretty cool. And some people got very high scores, but I think it was one of those minigame events that was a bit vulnerable to somebody using a macro with image detection again. I reckon some people did that for the high scores. Macro with image detection that just finds the red tiles is very much possible to do. Actually pretty easy to do as well with the right software. I still think some people use that. You could get 500 gems from it. That was just it. It wasn't exactly super rewarding, but I like the idea of them just putting that in there. It was a pretty cool gesture in this event, just giving it a bit more quality. Another Alita. Very, very nice. We take it. And a full hero list once again. You can't prevent that. That's the mean thing. I mean, we already have like 1,295 hero list slots, I think, and still it doesn't feel enough. It doesn't feel enough. I think I would only be happy if I had like 4,000 or something crazy like that, just because of the ability to do an entire heroic scrolls event probably within the reach of my slots. But the thing is, I can't even have that many. It's impossible in the game to have that many. Even if you're VIP 13 and you maxed out everything, you won't have like 2,000 or 3,000. I think I can get to like 1,400 or 1,500, something like that. I'm working on getting there actually. And I have to build the slots that you get from the furnace on the Celestial Island. So that will still take a bit. Oh, got an Asmodel there. Interesting. And once I have those, I will actually have all the ones that you can get, because I can't buy the ones for gems anymore. I tried that because I had so many gems. I just bought a lot of them, and then the game suddenly told me, no, you reached the max, not possible to get any more, which I thought was interesting. I didn't think it had a max, but it has, so okay, I can live with it. Even though I have to say, I'm kind of surprised they didn't introduce more slots yet. Honestly, I would have thought maybe they would even bring VIP 14 or something. But then again, there isn't really a big interest in that, I reckon. I reckon if they were ever going to introduce new VIP levels, maybe they're going to introduce some more rewards to it. But I don't think they're going to go for VIP 14. Because arguably, I think even with the same scaling, I would at least be VIP 14, maybe even 15 by now. So, and the other question is, I mean, they kept track. I know they kept track of it. Ooh, that was a close one. Like short after each other. Very, very nice. I didn't really count how many Alita copies we got. We don't have to do too many more summons, but we also got a lot of light and dark heroes in there. Very interesting. They kept track of it. Actually, there were in the past some support requests where people asked how much did I spend on this game, and the support indeed answered with a number, like with the correct number and everything. And some people post those screenshots to Reddit. I remember that time. There was like one guy that posted a screenshot with like 40k or something, and that was insane back then. I think right now, with all of the years that have passed, it is no longer that insane. And actually, well, I don't want to say it's normal, but I think there are a lot more people right now that have similar stats or similar amounts of money spent, and it wouldn't be quite that insane right now. I think we're just going to summon until we see the next Alita copy, because I think the next 100 bomb is actually the last we have to do. Another Betty, very, very nice. I think we need one more 100 bomb after that to reach the pity timer. Maybe we'll just get it ahead of time. Would be kind of nice. Scare Eye there. We take it. Ah, come on. Can we get it a bit earlier? I mean, I don't mind getting nothing there as well. It's also quite okay, because that means we have a chance at the avatar, but then again, the pity timer would stand in the way here. Would actually block us from getting it. So now we kind of want to make sure how close we are to that pity timer, because it's 4 summons. Yeah, I thought that much. Let's just do 10 bomb, and bam, there's our Alita on the pity timer. Is Alita even the right name? I remember that event with Yorm Tomb. No, it's Alita. It is indeed Alita. I remember the event with Yorm Tomb, where I thought I couldn't remember the name. I just said Cat Hero or something like this, and it was like Yorm Tomb. It was a bit complicated. So I have no idea actually how to clear that. I hope there are no traps in here. Sometimes in those events there are, but if there are traps, well, we are going to find out live. Tap the contaminated areas to deal damage each time consuming pure fragments. So the contaminated areas, I assume, are those. Oh, we get some rewards. We get spirit. That is nice. Gold. We take it. Chaos stone. Honestly, I mean, I can kinda understand that is still in there. But as a whale that has maxed the monsters for quite a long time, I would sometimes wish they would remove it. I would remove those monster materials, because I just don't like getting them. The dust drops are so low, you could just give us some more. I think without this method of re-rolling the stones for free, I would have run out of dust every single month right now. So I think it would be absolutely alright to drop some more dust instead of monster materials, and make that kind of optional to get the monster materials in such events. Interesting. Do I really have to click it, or is it just... It is certainly one of those events again, where you have to click a lot. Because, I mean, we take one single fragment per click, and we had 400. That is kind of insane, I have to say. And it is an animation, like it is not fast. Look, if I click very fast, I mean, it gets a bit faster. Oh wait, it does work actually. Then let's snipe those a bit. But sometimes it doesn't. It's a bit annoying. And it's alright, we can live with it. I will just try to click very fast so we get clicking ASMR now. But that will work. We may even be able to upgrade our temple level with this one, by the way. May even be able. Also, I think I didn't see any video of this event. Like not a maxing video in any kind, or with a video where somebody progressed very far into the event. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any of that yet. So might be the only one that was made about it. But that might happen to a game if you don't have a content creators program, and you kind of don't get videos like this. And if that is good, that is to be decided. I don't personally think it is very good if you don't have videos of your new events, of your new heroes, of your new cores, because I think it feeds into the hype that such a hero brings. If there are videos about it, saying that it's good, saying that it's bad, well, probably better for advertisement if somebody says it's good, actually, but yeah, you get my point. I think you guys do. DH, I think, might have missed it. But that is a story for itself, and a story history told us long enough, so yeah. Again, Monster Souls. Would be happy if you guys would go. Still a lot of areas to go. We are not even halfway done with the clicking. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of such events. I mean, if you give me a smash button, maybe that is the smash button. That would have been insane. Imagine this paw was just a smash button and I missed it the entire time. That would actually be insane. Sublimation materials. That I understand. That is pretty good. But yeah, not really a very difficult event. Aesthetically pleasing. Just a bit too much clicking. Is probably one of the worst clicking events that we have seen so far. I remember this one, then we had the Easter one with the Easter Bunny, which I thought had a cool design. I think we had a Foolish there, sitting on an egg. I think that was pretty nice. But it was also one of the events where I think we did a live stream, and the live stream had to run 1 hour longer than I anticipated, because we had to click so much in some kind of Easter event. I think it was something with X. I don't remember. I just remember that I had to click a lot and that it took forever. And I think this might be pretty close to that. Not in the realm of this event, but we have pretty long animations in this one, which drag this out even a bit more. In terms of clicking, I think the other one was like still 5 times this one. But I'm not quite sure why they do this so often. For free-to-play, it's okay. If you're free-to-play and you get like, I don't know, what do you get? Like 80 probably? 50, 80, something like this? Well, then it's not so bad. But if you are a whale and have to click 400 times at least, I mean, when you design this event, you kind of have to think about it. When you design this event and you notice, okay, it's like 400 clicks minimum if you max this event. I think that should be the point where you say, okay, maybe we include like a smash button. Maybe we do that. Maybe we include a smash button. Maybe we include something so that you don't have to watch 50 animations on that vortex. Even though, I mean, somebody designed the animation, person probably really proud. It was a nice animation. But 50 times, it's a bit much. So yeah. Also, that is again a big VIP event. I'm kind of more of a friend of the events that include some more contract story, less of a VIP XP requirement. Those events like, I think it's an $800 event. Bit insane if you ask me. I think the other ones are way more worth it for free-to-play, for low spenders. But yeah, that's just my take on it. I just hope that this one drops us enough so that we can get this temple upgrade, because we're getting fairly close to that. I'm not sure if there's one more divine power in there, but it would give us the option to build a third Destiny transition or Destiny rank 60, which would be pretty cool. My god, this stage requires a lot of clicking. But sometimes it removes 2. I don't know why, but sometimes you just get 2 that are removed. I'm not sure if there was an RNG component to it. I should have probably read up on it, but it was like I was doing AFK journey content the entire week, and then I decided, come on, let's do an Idle Heroes video. Let's just record it. Let's just record this event. Let's do this event. So I had very little time, which also shows in that I recorded 7 hours before the end. Actually, after recording an AFK journey video, which it all takes time. It all takes time, really, with 2 games. And sufficient incentive to focus a lot of AFK journey, of course, and at least a fun incentive to focus on Idle Heroes. I think it's also worth it. I mean, it's fun to have AFK journey there, to have the hype around the game, to have this new Uprising game there. It's also fun to go back to Idle Heroes, to focus on the old existing things, to do a little bit of Star Expedition, to do a little bit of Flame Shrine. I like both of them, and actually, I hope I can continue playing this game. I actually also hope that I find the time to do 1 or 2 videos on Idle Heroes every single week. That would be pretty cool. Maybe even 1 more if there is something to talk about. I don't really want to do daily content on Idle Heroes, but at least 1 or 2 videos a week about some cool topics. That is mostly my goal for it, I think. And I think that will be pretty cool. So, stage 18, the last one. It is 62 left, though. May have spent too much. I don't mind, it's okay. But yeah, I didn't really check if we really needed those ore. So there is a bit of an RNG component to it, is it? And we just took basically the worst one. Okay, let's continue clicking. Let's see how much we end up with. And that's also always different for those events. Sometimes you get an event and you really do need every single piece of special resource to clear the event. And then there are some others where you don't. But I really didn't think about it. I was sure it is one of those where you need everything. I was very, very sure. Now we have 26 left. We do indeed. Ah, that sucks. That's not that cool. That's not very cool. So I planned this all out. There are a lot of those new artifact chests here. Origin artifact selection chest, currently going for Snow Heart on that one. Early on there is just nothing better. Then we have the half core. And then we get all of those artifact chests. And that is actually a bit annoying because they're now everywhere in the loot pool. And sometimes you want to get that half core, but you just have to pick the artifact chest because, I mean, obviously we're going to get to the point where whether or not you have one of those noble D-fight artifacts will decide whether or not you win a PvP fight. So, yeah, one thing to consider. So, we claimed that. I think we are actually just going to hop into the upgrades. I pretty much prepared everything already. If you check out the transition temple, you can see just one chaos hero remaining that we need to upgrade. And that is actually our DTV right here. I just put it on DTV. We have 7 million Stella, which, well, I mean, like, those upgrades from the big events always take away so much. Always takes away so much Stella. I reckon this one will too. I'm not sure. There should be enough. It should be enough. But every time when I think, oh yeah, you can make like another T5 hero, such an event comes around and takes like everything away, which is quite insane. Which is really quite insane. So let's go through those upgrades. At least it's not lagging anymore. Interesting. Usually that used to lag on the emulator quite a lot. From Surge now to Chaos. Upgrading now. I think we are going to need more orange mats, so I might have been right in the way that I selected my loot, because on the VIP portion of this event, I selected orange mats, and we seem to run out of them pretty much right now, so I think we go back and claim those, because that seems to be correct. Let's get them. And there they are, orange material, 200k, very, very nice. We might be ever so slightly off. It might just be the case. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. There's nothing we can do. Was it Chaos or Core? I don't remember. We will see. 97, 98, 99, 100. Rise, okay. Is this now alright, or do we need to upgrade one more? No, it is alright. Temple level going from 12 to 13, core capacity up from 9 to 10, Polystar from 6 to 7, and Nirvana from 3 to 4 even. No additional divine power yet. Let's see the next requirement. Bam, level up. We're going from 13 to 14. We now have the option to build the third Nirvana hero. Well, I say it incorrectly. It is not the option to build a third Nirvana hero. We now have to build a third Nirvana hero, which is quite interesting. We have enough Polystar here already, which will, of course, no longer be the case once we upgrade one of them to Nirvana. So then one of core will have to go to Polystar. And those are actually 10 heroes in total that we need. So if we check that out, that is one more, isn't it? That is one more. We are currently at 9. Ooh, okay. That means that we're looking at fairly high requirements here. 3 Nirvana, 3 Polystar, 4 core. 4 core. Interesting. So this will be one that goes over there. And we have, those are our core heroes, if I remember that correctly. Yes, indeed. 4 core. So this guy has to go to core. One of those has to go there, and we have to build one entirely new core hero. Fairly insane. Fairly insane. I have to think about who I upgrade to Nirvana, actually. SQH is a decent choice. When we see the Nirvana skill, it's actually a pretty nice buff. We have all damage dealt. 10% there. And attack by 10%, so those are pretty decent. We also, of course, have the option to go PDE, which I actually prefer. But then again, we lack materials. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, actually. Because I really want those. I mean, we have an option there. We have an option of what we can do. We could reset that DTV, which costs 10 soul symbols. But then we could make this Nirvana, this PDE to Nirvana. We could see if that skill is now working. Because when I last tested her, this mystical whale, the darkness cloak that gives you the 100% dodge chance, that wasn't working. The question now is, of course, does it work now? But we'll have to see. I will think about it a little bit. So now for the last part that I promised for this video, which was that we soul perfect an S tier, or soul perfect a hero to S tier. And I have everything already prepared, I think. And it is going to be a Gaggy. Why a Gaggy? Are you planning to use him in PvP? I kind of was. Actually, I saw the A+ copy and thought it would be fancy. That was the main reason. But I think if we were to do that, I think it would be very cool. But it requires so much switching. I think it is like so far away from the meta that it's a bit difficult. I already maxed the stats, so we have a pretty insane copy here. I bought this copy, A+ copy, pretty much around retiring value. Wasn't like any excessive spending in there. We had to buy an A+ though, and they were kind of expensive. We had bought this Jara there, it was like 23k. We are going to retire a Delasium and an Ithaca. I thought about it. We keep the S tier Ithaca, but I couldn't really keep an A Delasium. The problem with it is so useless. And with Delasium, really use him as a tool to replicate attribute reductions and damage over time effects and stuff. And having an A tier for that's just overkill. You don't really need that. I thought about keeping the Sard Watcher. But we're just going to do it like this. I had this Fiona before. I actually replaced her now with a 400 Starry Gem or 300 Starry Gem copy with like 4000 attack. I think that's alright. So this is what we're going to do. What are we hoping for? I mean, there isn't much to hope for. That is actually a pretty small increase that we're going to get in terms of stats. So maybe a bit more attack, get that to 8,200. Other than that, I mean, the stats of this look fine. You don't need the HP. Of course, roll is the question. We can't really adjust that right now. I think the roll on it was pretty bad. It resetted. Now we can check out the roll. Okay. A damage reduction, heal effect, holy armor. I mean, that is decent on an S tier. You will ideally probably take Twine immunity. Yeah. If it just adds Twine immunity to that, I am not opposed. I wouldn't be perfectly happy, but I would be pretty happy. Would be alright. So yeah, big upgrade now. Let's go. Soul Perfection, S tier. I think some people wished for that. Okay, we got a pretty major increase in speed here. This is actually 110. It's 110 stat points, basically. It's a 1.1 increase. So that equals 110 stat points. If you got that on the attack, it would actually be 8,277. And you can see, wasn't quite the case. We actually only got a very minor increase in attack, and the same in HP, also a very minor increase. We got most of it in speed, which I think is alright. It's decent. It's not like insane, but I probably don't want too much HP on him. It's like not necessary. We got decent distribution here. We got a nice speed, we got a nice attack, so I think that's good. 28 more to full progress, which we're never going to do. You can upgrade A+ to S, never S to SS or SSS. That is insanely expensive because you then have to use an S tier to get the bonus merging. And the problem is, you can see that drop merging up from 135 to 60. Those are the stats that you get per bar. So this actually drops by half. So while you need more to fill a bar, you actually get less stats out of it. And this is the case multiple times during this. Actually, you get the most stats when you upgrade the B+ copy, which is why this is actually quite nice. But the cost increase from B makes B actually the best. You get 270 there, compare that to the 60. It's quite insane. So let's check out the roll that we get, because if you get an S tier, if you upgrade from A+ to S, it adds one stat to it. Let's see what this stat is. This stat is crit damage reduction. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look bad. It's damage reduction, crit damage reduction, heal effect, holy armor. Very defensive stat. Very interesting as well. We don't have hammers, so we can't reroll it right now. Otherwise, I probably would have done that just for the memes. But yeah, fairly interesting. One of the only S-Gaggy to exist. In the auction house, I think there was one. And let's check that. I think we have the option to just check it. I don't think it is blocked right now. So let's check in the auction house if there was an S-Gaggy before. There it is. There was one, 55,000. I think it had worse stats, actually. It had worse stats, actually, and it was quite a while ago. Right now, I think it would sell for more. It would sell for more, because everything right now sells for more. And if you have something rare like that, I'm pretty sure somebody would rip it off the auction house for like 70, 80k. Easily. So, very cool. Very nice. It's a little nice addition to my SD collection. And for now, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a longer one this time, but we did a few things, so I reckon it's alright. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.